Hey there, fellow collectors, Shuki here with a review of the Power Rangers Beast Morphers Beast-X Morpher. Beast Morphers is finally here. This is a review that I would normally be doing in November, December of 2018, but with the transition to Hasbro comes a deal where they couldn't really sell the toys before April 1st. But they were released early in Canada, I think because of Toys R Us deals, I'm not sure. But thankfully Walmart.com, the US Walmart.com, put these up randomly on a Monday, and I was able to snag one for in-store pickup, and they came through, and I could not be happier about this. So here's some more for right here. We'll take a look at that in a moment, but here is the box. And I just want to take a moment to say that this was $29.99, so about the normal Morpher price, even from Bandai America. So nothing too wild or crazy on the price, but the box is gorgeous. Hasbro knocks it out of the park all the time with their boxes, and this is no exception. A nice kind of rectangular box. Fits really nice on a shelf. You can stack them, so stores don't have to worry about that. You have the weirdo kid on the back. He's very serious. 30 plus sounds and phrases, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more with that plus than just the 30. For some reason, there's stickers right here. It says, "Are you ready?" and "Rangers, it's go time." Like underneath it, I can kind of see, oh, it says you messed with the wrong Ranger. That's a phrase that's in there. And I can't really make out, I think it's like Beast Morphers ready, go, or Beast Morphers are go, or something like that. I can't really read it under the sticker. But yeah, they put stickers for new phrases over what they designed on the package. So that's a little strange. But anyway, you have Cruz and Zoe over here. You have Devin over here. Ravi does not get to be on the box at all, nor does Blaze. But it is a open face package. The Morpher was just sitting in here, and as you can see, I was able to actually get the Morpher out without actually taking any of these ties off. I just had to pry them forward to loosen them a bit. The key, on the other hand, was up here, and that I did have to cut open. But yeah, you can fully take the toy out of this box without actually undoing any of the tape. So cool. But enough of the box. Let's get with the actual Morpher. And before we get into the functions real quick, I do just want to highlight the differences between the Japanese one. Not going to go into full details, but just looking at them here, you can tell that the Hasbro one is quite a bit bigger. There's a couple stylistic design choices that are different, mostly just this red button up here, which activates the morph, and you'll see why in a second, and the little emblem right here is now the 3 animals instead of the display. This button is removed. This activated the morph previously. It is now replaced with the morph key acceptor, and the straps are obviously different. Quite a bit thicker, too. Well, not too bad. It's not that much thicker. It's just a little bit bulkier, more than anything. But that is neither here nor there. We are here for the Beast-X Morpher, and that is what I'm giving you right now. So, the strap is a nice fabric strap. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than it is, to be honest. It kind of works a little differently, too. You kind of put your wrist right here, and then you loop it around like that. So instead of being like just one long string, it kind of works off of that. So a little bit different, but not too bad. It does fit my wrist. My wrist is very, very bulky. As you can see, I'm a big wristed dude. And this does fit, albeit very tight. So I figure most kids definitely won't have a problem with it. And I think most adults won't have a huge problem with it either. I just got really chunky wrists. So I fully accept that fact. But yeah, the button up here activates the sunglasses. They do pop out really quickly, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but it's just not as epic. This dial does turn. It functionally does nothing, but the dial still does turn. So there's that. And like I said, the morph keys go into this little slot right here. So that is about it. Speaker is on the bottom. Batteries are included with this, so that is nice. I think they just take LR44s. So you need to replace your batteries. Make sure you get your LR44s. So the on and off is right here. The circle is off. The 1 is the try me mode that's in the box, and the 2 is the full-fledged like activation mode. So we turn that on, and there's no sort of indication that it turned on other than that flashing briefly. So you can turn it on and like nothing is activated yet. The toy, to actually turn it on fully, you have to hit the button in the middle. So you get that. Very nice LEDs in here, which I really enjoy the addition of. Just looks really nice. They are red, orange, and green, which is ironically the same color of the keys. It's just the Triple Morph-X Key, as they call it on the box, but it's basically just a bunch of try-me keys. So we'll get into those later. All the functions of the toy can be done without any of the Morph-X keys. The Morph-X keys only change the sound sets of the Morpher. So by default, you just kind of have... That's your power down noise. Start it back up. By default, you just have the...
Let's go!
It is very loud. It's very clear and very loud. So huge props to Hasbro on that.
Rangers, it's go time! Unleash the beasts! It's morphin' time! It's morphin' time! Let's go! Rangers, it's go time! Unleash the beast!
I think that's everything.
It's morphin' time! It's morphin' time!
If you hold it down, nothing changes at all. This is, as you probably just heard, motion activated as well, so you can do punches. Which is fun for kids. I think is a little bit annoying if you want the sound on, but you want to wear the Morpher. That being said, if you don't press any buttons, it does do that deactivation, and then everything shuts off until you hit the button again. So you can actually wear it with the sound like on, and not have anything to like mess with the motions and all that. So they did kind of like make a little failsafe for it, but it can get a little bit obnoxious during play. But that being said, the morph is right here. Press this button.
Are you ready? Say it's morphin' time!
It's morphin' time! I love that jingle. Very upset that jingle doesn't appear to be in the show, because that is a hip and it's a bop, as the kids say today. It slaps. Or something like that. So now you're in morph mode. The attack sounds are different. Woo! Normally if you attack enough, you do the Unleash the Beast, but I don't think you can do that without a key inserted. So there is that function missing, but you can do the full morph.
Let's go! Rangers, it's go time!
And the voices don't change after the morph. So that is it for the base functions of this. Let's go ahead and go into... Go into the keys. Like I said, this is a Triple Morph-X Key. It gives you 3 keys. Most of the ones that come with the figures will only be like this big, like just the singular one. So there is that to keep in mind. The orange one seems to kind of just be a sort of a try-me kind of key. It plays very generic sounds, just like without a key inserted. The green one right here is a villain key. It particularly plays Blaze's sounds, but then I think... Good for you. It also, I think, plays voice clips from Roxy and Scrozzle. I can't tell if that's Roxy, because it kind of sounds like a slightly de-aged Rita, and not anything like Liana Ramirez, but we'll figure that out. And then the red one, obviously, is Devin's key. So, let's go ahead and do the Try Me key first. You just slide it in right there.
Defenders of the grid!
So you got that voice clip.
It's morphin' time!
And these aren't going to be any different.
Let's go! Rangers, it's go time! Unleash the beasts!
Very normal, nothing new there. But if we go ahead and morph, those voices or those sounds are the same too.
Are you ready? Say it's morphin' time!
Pip pip da doodly doo. So you don't actually have to say it's morphin time. I've said no to it before and it worked. So it just needs some sort of voice recognition. And yes, we'll do the thing later. Hold on. So now we are morphed. New attack sounds.
Unleash the beast!
Another slapping jingle. I like it. So there is that. And then if you try to morph again, it just goes through the same functions.
Defenders of the grid, it's morphin time!
So nothing crazy there. Pull that out. It deactivates back to normal. If we switch out for the villain key and pop that in.
I'm not a real human. I'm much better.
Yeah, you are, Blaze. You tell him.
I'm the better Red Ranger.
Yeah, that's debatable.
I'm not a real human. I'm much better. Not today, Rangers!
That's the one I can't tell what it's supposed to be. I can't tell if it's supposed to be Scrozzle or if it's supposed to be Roxy or if it's just a villain. I don't really know. Like generic monster of the day.
I'm the better Red Ranger. The Morph-X is mine!
See, that one to me sounds like Scrozzle. So I don't really know who's supposed to be who because these aren't like the actual actors from what I understand. Though the yellow one does sound a lot like Zoe. But some of these just kind of don't.
I'm not a real human. I'm much better.
It does kind of sound like Colby Strong, though, but I don't know.
Not today, Rangers!
Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be. But, of course, you can actually still morph.
Are you ready? Say it's morphin time!
No! I love the villain jingle. I love the villain transformation jingle. It's perfect. I love it in every single way. So, of course, you do have... You got some, like, zzz, like... Because, like, the villain key corrupts and, like, puts a virus in the morpher, so to speak. So, I like how the effects are all now different compared to the hero ones. So you get a cool, different attack jingle for that, too.
The Morph-X is mine!
You know it is. It's all yours. So, we'll uncouple that. Is now back to normal, and now we will do the red key.
Cheetah Beast Power, red!
So like I said, that doesn't really sound like Roy Travis to me, but, I don't know, they tried, I guess. I don't even know if the actors were hired when they were making the sound clips for this toy, so I don't know.
Let's go for a spin, Cruz!
Let's.
Cheetah Beast Power, red! Rangers, it's go time! Let's go! Unleash the beasts! Cheetah Beast Power, red! Let's go for a spin, Cruz!
I think that's about it
Unleash the beast!
for this one. So morph.
Are you ready? Say it's morphin time!
Nope, I'm not ready for its morphin time. Let's go ahead and...
Cheetah Beast Power,
Because
red!
if I don't do this, everyone will be really mad at me. So... Alright, let's go ahead and do it.
Are you ready? Say it's morphin time!
So that wasn't perfectly synced, but you get the idea.
Unleash the beast!
I dig it.
Let's go for a spin, Cruz!
Can we, though? I think I said that joke already. But yeah, that is it for the Beast-X Morpher. I love this a lot. It is quite a bit chunkier than the Morphin Brace, but I've always loved the look of the Morphin Brace. Obviously, I love the look of the Beast-X Morpher too. It does add the little red button, which I actually kind of like on this, and they didn't really skip out on, again, too many of the paint details or anything. Like, just looking at it from, like, straight up, all of the necessary, like, color is there. The inside is different because it's not painted, but that's really like the only bit of painted detail that I think they missed, and I don't think that's necessarily something that really needed to be there because it's covered by the glasses most of the time. So they definitely did a bang up job on this. I love the Morph-X Keys. It adds a lot of playability to this. Granted, the Japanese one had like a game mode and the Let's Driving and the attacks and stuff like that. So you lose out on those, but you do gain the Morph-X Key compatibility, which I think is really fun. Each of the Morph-X Keys are going to come with all the action figures. So for those of you action figure collectors, it gives you a reason to want to buy the Morpher. And for the people that buy the Morpher, it gives you a reason to want to buy the action figures. It's a genius business perspective at the very least. So I'm looking forward to being able to continue to use this and play with this as I get more of the action figures. So it's a real win-win for me. I understand some people might not like the Morph Keys, but I think it adds a lot of playability for this and kind of encourages cross-play between the various like facets of the toy line. In fact, I wish the Morph-X Keys kind of came with more things, but we'll see what happens in the future. But for now, this is very cool. If you missed out on the Morphin Brace or you just want to get in on the Morph-X Key madness, feel free to pick this up. Like I said, I got it from Walmart.com. I feel it went up a little bit early on accident, but the toys are starting to trickle out. We just found some B-Spot action figures on at Target and Target.com. So they are starting to release. So if you want to get your hands on this, just kind of keep an eye on the online outlets like Walmart.com, Target.com, and all of that stuff. If you live in Canada, you've probably had this for about 3 weeks now. And it's a lot of fun. I do love it a lot. Very good first impressions from Hasbro. So that about does it for this review. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care, and have a great one. It's Morphin' time.